You don't want to just be walking off stage dick out because, you know, you're soft, you're so concentrating on your show, you're not turned on necessarily. So what value does walking off stage with a soft dick have? No value. The girls are just like, you know, like, unless you've got a fucking huge hard dick like that, there's no value in it. You're better off being more of the tease.
In cities and towns across Australia, people are sharing their living spaces with housemates. There are many different ways of making sharing work, and in this episode, we went out and found two of the more unique, interesting, and controversial ones. First up, there's the stripper house.
You can love more than one friend, you can love more than one family member. Why can't you love more than one person sexually?
And for a different kind of openness, there's the anarchist house.
It does sound very hippie. It's also much more than that, but yeah, I don't hate that word.
But could you live in these houses? In this share house, there's Joel.
The hardest thing is other people understanding and accepting it. Polyamory just means many loves.
And his ex-girlfriend, Kai.
As a side job, I sell my used underwear. You'd be surprised at how many men buy them. It's crazy.
And couple, Ali and Bryce.
Crazy, loud, sexually open people.
That was an incoherent sentence, but yeah.
And then there's Hugo.
We all live in a harmony here, and that's because they keep the big boss happy.
Not only do they live together, but work together too.
It gets to you after a while. It's like, fuck, I have to see this person again.
While the girls work the bar, the boys have a different kind of job.
People always think that the strippers do all the seedy work. It's not the truth. We get groped by grandma more than you could imagine.
There's a complicated mix of relationships.
You want to start World War III?
You know Kai will push it even further.
And the freedom to be open sexually.
I like being naked a lot, so we just all are naked. I'm probably naked the most in the house.
Well, most of the time.
I feel better with a lock on the door because they used to just open the door and just start doing sex acts in front of me. So.
Can this group of outcasts
Do you want me to punch you in the arm?
make a functional share house?
Yeah!
Everyone's got their own little set of rules and boundaries that you just don't cross. For some reason, I feel like I'm the only bloody person in this house that gets that.
This is the stripper house.
That is a lot worse than what I thought.
That's everything.
It's been a few months since I got you good. Give me a second.
Dude, it's all over the roof. Having financial stuff and cleanliness, all that kind of thing, puts a strain on a friendship, but I think we're all really like a family, and I think that living with anyone else, I'd hate it. Because I wouldn't be as free and open to do anything that I want, you know? No one's gonna let me have an orgy in the house, probably, you know, because it's like, what the fuck?
But look at it, it's all over there.
I did not mean to get it in the wall.
It's on the roof.
Holy shit.
When people grow up, they're not so much in touch with themselves, who we really are, and we are free to be who we choose, and we choose to stay young at heart, which means the pranks are very much encouraged in this house as long as we don't damage the house.
Alright, we are recording. What are you doing here?
In this household, I have no clue.
Hey Joel, you daddy slut. Where'd you just come from?
This is Kai's room.
Don't go in there.
She likes to have it all nice and messy. With 5 people living in a house, we have about 45 relationships. Ali has her own relationship with herself. I have my own relationship with myself. I have a relationship with Ali. She has a relationship with me. If you do the math, there's about 45 relationships involved. To have every single relationship perfect, it is so hard to do.
That just make more and more mess. That's why Ali and I do all the cleaning, because the boys just fucking wreck everything.
Joel has no sense in cleanliness whatsoever. His standard of cleaning is way down there, and I think mine is normal.
I understand that, you know, no one's house is really that clean. So I said to him basically, I need to bring my cleaning up a notch, and he needs to bring his expectations of cleaning down a notch, and hopefully find a more middle ground.
If the stripper house is a bit too open for you, meet a share house who also challenge the norm, but with their clothes on.
You know, we talk about love and community and sharing and harmony. We talk about non-violent communication. Boy, do these things sound like hippie-ish activities.
This is a share house with 7 housemates, plus 2 guests on the couch.
The Hive is a place of abundance outside of capitalism.
The housemates are trying to build an alternative lifestyle.
Everyone's interested in challenging norms.
Wow, community, yes!
The Hive, as the house is known, is on a large block with a front and back garden and a granny flat. They plan to open up their share house to the wider community.
I reckon it'll be ready in some form.
But trying to create their own utopia on a rental lease, can this work?
What happens if we're told to leave? The way the laws are, you could be asked to leave at any time.
This is the anarchist house.
This is the corner that we've been allocated to use our phones. Hey, dude, hey, stay there.
So living at the Hive at the moment is, of course, B and myself, and we arrived first. And then who came second? Ashlyn, who's a Canadian traveller. There's Martina and Sasha. They're the gingers. They're madly in love. And then there's Michael.
We met through a coalition against duck shooting.
And next came Dash, who's a mad permaculturalist.
Yeah, my name's Dash, and who am I? Is a very interesting question.
At the moment, Vaughan is a guest, but he'll be moving into a room really soon.
The Hive is a share house which operates more like a communal centre, pretty much directly opposed to the neoliberal hyper-individuality that we've got in our culture. Not anarchy as in unstructured chaos, but as in no one is anyone's boss.
Yeah, I consider the Hive to be really young. It's still developing in terms of problem solving, the way we do things.
Because we put our bins out this week, it's really full and smelly.
So who's in charge in a house full of anarchists?
We've really tried to undermine the idea of Jeff and I being founders. There's already a power dynamic there that I'm very uncomfortable with. I consider everyone that's moved in to be a founder.
I think the best part of living in the Hive is just the love I get shown by my housemates. And I love that sense of camaraderie that I have with people here.
Good form. Yoga every day, this guy.
So we've been in the Hive for about 8 months now. And now we're in a phase where we're starting to actually open up to more people outside the house because now we have a few things to share.
The network of share houses ideally would be in walking distance, and it would be groups of people who want to achieve similar things and just share resources and skills.
To get the ball rolling, the Hive are building 3 spaces. There's a garden, food share, and a communal library. It's all hands on deck to finish before their upcoming launch day.
Do is I get the strip of this stuff.
We really want the people in their house to prioritise the house.
The aim is to have a kitchen garden. Oh, soil porn. We're gonna grow your usual suspects, silver beet and carrots and chicory and all those yum things. And we can just go through like chickens.
Go through chickens?
No, go through it like chickens and just get as much out as we possibly can.
It's just a metal pole.
Level 3 muscles.
We could have it done today for enough people.
Have to turn it into a pole to grow beans or something.
That would actually be sick. Oh, cool.
I love this toy.
So this is a library space, and the lending is free, and a lot of people have donated books.
Sometimes coming into the house, there's a lot going on and it's just so chaotic. There are times that I've felt overwhelmed.
Because because we want to put the books in categories. So if we write out what the categories are: emotional resilience, creativity and fun stuff, positive fiction, self-help and psychology.
That looks way too
Oh, it's
sloppy.
family
to roll
time,
back.
guys. Let's cook some bread.
That is so sloppy.
Bake some bread.
In this house, some relationships are harder to define.
Yeah, when me and Kai were dating, we were polyamorous pretty much from the start. And polyamory to us was the fact that you can love more than one person.
Once you're ready, do this. Ready? Come on.
Mum, that's too close.
He's my ex, I'm his ex. But we had a very open relationship. So now it's like, pff, I don't care. I mean, I've watched him have sex with other people, so it didn't faze me at all, you know?
Want to see the best part of my bedroom? My vibrator.
That's my vibrator, but...
What's Joel's now? Mine, because I broke it.
Well, it's just the matter that you can love more than one person. I mean, you can love more than one friend, you can love more than one family member. Why can't you love more than one person sexually?
This is my collection of sex toys, and I have them because I really like sex and they make sex better. I don't know, I'm a very open person and I try not to be very judgmental, and I think that sex is really important, and I think that it's really important in life to be able to be who you are. And we've got another like spanking tool. It's just got freak on it, so if you hit it hard enough you actually get the imprint of freak on your bum. We go to kink parties, had a lot of threesomes, orgies, yeah. All of it.
All of it. Do you want to do the group routine to start off with?
Oh, what?
Or my one?
I think let's start off with yours. Okay. And then, if Kai wants, she could be lap dance dummy.
People assume that 3 strippers living in a house, they're all female. I think it's because it's a female-dominated industry.
Joel is rehearsing his new leading role. He's got a week before he goes on stage.
Bryce and Hugo started working at the club, and they were like, hey Joel, if you start hitting the gym, you could start working here. So I started hitting the gym pretty much, and like 6 months later, then I got the opportunity to do it.
I think that a lot of people view male strippers like, no, why would you want to do that? But it's like, why wouldn't you want to do it, you know? Because you've got a bunch of women who are drunk all over you and just want to fuck you. It's pretty much what it is, you know?
The first time I came out of the change rooms dressed up, approached my first 3 girls, they just laughed. And I was just like, shit.
Oh, baby!
Being on stage, getting your name shouted by hundreds of women, I can tell you there's probably not many greater feelings than that.
Ali and I just give them shit a lot because they're, you know, they fake tan, shave their legs, and they're really girly, so we just hang shit on them all the time.
Hi, I'm Joel. I like to fake tan my asshole.
Bloody hell, Ali. It's the best ass you've ever seen.
What are you fake tanning for, Joel?
Saturday night,
What's Saturday night?
stripping.
Just getting a root.
I could sort of like come down and then like handstand
You want
there.
to crunch?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, not
I don't know if
exactly
that would
there, you know, around there.
Yeah, that might hurt a little bit.
I'm still finishing the final touches on the construction worker routine. It's a little intimidating, not knowing what to do, but pretty much just be yourself and they will love it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Come here, seriously.
What about if I try just the hand thing?
Okay.
You'd think them being strippers that they would be like the most confident people you've ever met in your life, but they're not, you know, everyone's got insecurities, but they're very body confident, you know, and that's really important. And I think that it's actually helped me and Ali in ourselves be more confident in our bodies, you know. All of Saturday day and Saturday night is just all about the boys. They're practicing at home, rehearsing their shows. They're like, oh, does this look good? Does that look good? You know, and we just let them do, you know, their own thing and help them as much as we can for the show. So yeah, it is a bit about them on the weekends.
One of the worst things about the male stripping industry is that a lot of guys are in it for money, and then there's a select few that are actually born to entertain.
The time for rehearsals is over, as tonight's the night for Joel to take the lead.
Hey, so a little bit nervous about my new show tonight. Hey, you haven't seen it yet. But we'll see how it goes. I've been rehearsing the best I can, and all we can really hope is that the girls love it.
All right, let's get this started with a bang. How many girls in the room want to see naked men right here?
And now, a cautionary tale of when good housemates go bad. Based on your true life stories. Let me tell you a little story about a guy I knew years ago, named Eddie. Eddie lived in a share house. There were two things that Eddie loved more than anything. The first was smoking. Eddie loved smoking so much that he would often get up in the middle of the night to have a cheeky cigarette, waking up the entire house in the process. The other thing that Eddie truly loved was phone sex. He just couldn't get enough of it. Now, this was years before mobile phones. So Eddie had to partake of his phone sex on the landline, which was situated in the lounge room. His housemates were made so uncomfortable by his masturbatory activities that they had to get 1-900 numbers barred on their phone. The activity ceased. Eddie moved out soon after, but not before getting a small section of the carpet in front of the couch rigorously steam cleaned. As a side note, there's absolutely no truth to the rumor that one of the female housemates became pregnant from sitting on Eddie's favorite cushion. Eddie's favorite cushion was later donated to a local IVF clinic.
So you have to cook dinner once a week for 7 people.
The family meeting is absolutely essential to the operation of the Hive.
You just write down agreements.
Oh, only agreement. We meet once a week and we're all expected to be there. That is one of the pretty firm expectations of the house.
To come in that space using non-violent communication, so there's a respect for other people.
We always start with a check-in, which is when we tell each other about how we're feeling.
Everyone gets a chance of being vulnerable, and we all kind of start buzzing off it together, you know, and realise that we all love each other and that we're all, like, together.
Maybe we could talk about putting an upper limit on how long this meeting's going to go for.
We should talk about rent as well, probably.
Up to 50 I was fine, but I am like sleeping on a futon in the living room, so like I'd like to not get above like 50 for if you don't.
But then that being said, if you weren't here, where would you be staying and how much would it cost?
I'd be staying at a hostel for probably about 28 a night.
So that would be more than 50 a week. Because it's 50
I guess
for
that's
the
true,
week.
yeah.
We have an amount of rent we've got to pay, and it's all of our problem, right? When conflict does come up, we don't resort to combative means. What do people feel would best represent our ideal of how we want to get around this imposed kind of capitalist nonsense?
It's just split evenly.
That sounds good to me. You happy with that? Yeah. Excellent.
In this share house, equality is key, but it's a bit trickier for full-time students, Sasha and Martina.
Their passion is actually the academics, and our passion is actually arts.
It was just sort of an agreement that was made at the beginning that people would prioritise the place.
There was a feeling that that we weren't seeing as much from Sasha and Martina as we thought we would.
Is it fair that they are expected to uphold the same degree of commitment and action in terms of projects?
Jeez, I
Look,
don't
guys,
know.
it's not going to be our top priority.
Yeah, it's simply like, it can't be.
It was just a conversation that was had, but what came out of that was ability to practice some conflict resolution and really understanding where each other were coming from.
You know, I was like, you know, I'm ready to bail on this because I'm not interested in starting this project and starting that project.
But yeah, there's definitely ways around it.
So don't worry about that.
Yeah.
While talking it through has dealt with the issue for now, after weeks of hard work, it's finally time to open up the house to the community.
I'm really nervous people won't rock up to tell you the truth, but you know, I have been running around the house like whispering to my other housemates, do you think they'll turn up? Will other people arrive? And they say, I hope so.
Who's celebrating this evening?
In this house, the best part would be that everyone is just crazy. Like, everyone is just very open-minded, you know, no one's really judgmental. And the worst part would just be just having so much time together because we all eat together, we all live together, we all work together, socialise together, everything we do together. You know, and because we're all very big personalities, so that is a challenge, yeah.
Here you go.
What?
I'm holding this for your breath.
There's a lot of compromising to do with each other's faults and each other's personalities, but getting along with someone that is different is actually a lot easier than getting along with someone that's just like you, because there's no bigger asshole than me, and if there was someone in this house that was like me, it'd be a bloodbath.
Flashlights. Hammer. Go on, Jack.
I'll wait for the music, yeah. That's not the right music, man.
Man, I was so lost because of the wrong music. But, you know, if you want to be stripping, sometimes you just gotta fucking wing it. The crowd went wild. I was actually really pleased. But, you know, I can make it better next time with some certain things. I was really nervous before the show. My thoughts was there was basically a 100% chance that I was gonna fuck something up. So. And yeah, I didn't make it perfect, but that's the whole point, you know, eventually you'll get there. Anything to say, Kai?
I want to go to sleep.
Fuck you, Kai.
With housemates that live and work together, 3 male strippers, and 45 relationships, could you live in this house?
Because we're all open and honest and we all just let each other do whatever, you know, and it is like a tribe, you know, we all are so crazy and wild, and that's probably why we all get along so well.
What are you doing?
We are all outcasts. We don't fit in anywhere else. We have actually come together in our lives through fate, if you want to say it, and formed a friendship and formed a family. And that is because of our differences that we are more alike than you could ever imagine.
Sometimes share houses fall apart, usually because of people called Jason. Today, we're joining people who live with similar assholes to get some tips on moving out.
So the first thing I'd recommend is getting a good support squad. Keep your eye on the prize. If you're moving out or somebody else is moving out, do what needs to be done to make that happen.
Damn, Liz, I was hoping you'd suggest passive-aggressive notes and setting fire to Jason's bed.
It's really common in conflict to dehumanise, get polarised when you're in the middle of it. And one way to avoid doing that is to think about a couple of things that you really like about that person.
Nope, can't think of anything. But what about legal considerations?
It's really important that you get your name taken off your lease when you leave, because if you don't, you could be held liable to pay unpaid rent or damage to the property, even if it's happened after you've left.
Did I mention he eats breakfast on the toilet? I'm not even kidding. Sorry, anything else, Hannah?
Well, no tenancy law specifically requires that your carpets need to be professionally cleaned at the end of your lease. But be careful, a lot of agents or landlords will include this as a special condition. These are often not enforceable terms, so you should check it with your local tenancy advice service.
So there you have it. Some good advice on getting away from the Jason in your life. Now you know what to do if it all goes to shit.
As people finally start trickling in for the launch, the challenge of building community becomes a reality.
Community is individuals coming together and engaging with one another in ways that transcends just me and you, and it becomes this we thing.
Getting people to invest at the start of anything is really difficult, especially when some of the things you're saying are things they've heard a lot before. When you order the food, you just take it off the shelf, write down who you are and what you took, right? And then you put your money in the jar, or you PayPal it to me or something like that. And maybe a lot of people have tried exactly what we've tried before. So while I would love more people to rock up, it is a challenge.
I'm doing good.
So this is going to be the first recording of renting a book out of this space. Thank you so much.
That was just to get it off the ground and like give the slugs and snails like some sort of.
I think a huge problem with society is just the vast separation in everyone. Everyone has to get their own stuff, so we're consuming so much more, so everyone has the universe.
And the shelving?
Yeah, we built the whole thing. Housing insecurity is a ongoing concern of mine. I think perhaps it's what I worry about the most.
Well, yeah, it's a bit of a gamble spending a few weeks building a wall when you're not sure how long you're going to be here for. So we've invested big time.
It's this endless cycle of renting and house sharing, which is very inefficient, because think of all the times we've had to pack up and move in share house situations and how much energy that takes.
Do you know how you get black olives from
What happens if we're told to leave? I will drink very heavily. I will bawl my eyes out.
It's a bit slimy. It's a bit slimy.
I've moved house a lot. I probably haven't stayed anywhere longer than 3 or 4 months for the past 3 years. So my past experiences have been transient.
I'm been out from med school about 7 or 8 years now, working full time, and I can't afford to buy a house.
2, 3.
Yep, 6.
Thanks so much for showing us how to do it.
Of course.
Yeah, I definitely view it as a success. I think everyone had a lot of fun. Obviously the library is going to be an ongoing project for me. I want to change the system of bookkeeping and make it kind of just more efficient.
I'm a little disappointed with the turnout. A little bit smaller than we anticipated. But I think that kind of goes to the territory of starting new things,
With a group of anarchists trying to create a communal open space within their share house and make it work as housemates, could you live in this house?
I would love the conclusion to be that we do something bigger. I would really love to get a much, much bigger space and do something like this on a larger scale.
We're not creating an answer or living the answer. We're trying to get towards an answer.
What we're doing, it does sound very hippie. It's also definitely to me much more than that, but yeah, I don't hate that word.
Across Australia, more and more people are turning to house sharing as not just a lifestyle choice, but a necessity. Our housemates have found their own ways to make it work.
I'm making gelatin juice, and I found a really nice ingredient called Actilax.
Most of the time. But could you see yourself living in any of these houses?
Too old for this shit.